Hello and welcome to Hello by Felicia. So this is part 2 from the video from yesterday. Here are the examples of the cards that I demonstrate in this video. So these are the projects from yesterday from pulling prints off the plates. Some of the supplies you'll need are some scissors for fussy cutting, glue, some paper, and some bases for your cards. I make mine up ahead of time. An embossing bag, some wax embossing, and stamps, and there's some fussy cutting, my little fussy cutting box. So I already have some pre-made items in there, so I just pulled that out and I'm just going to add them to the cards. Here's some mouse house stamps and some stays on ink. There's Versamark, and there's my Tim Holtz stamping platform. So I'm gonna look in here and see, look at my cards, kind of see what I have, kind of mix and match, pull out some things that I might be able to add to the front of these cards. I'd like to make them rather simple, not get too ornate with the embellishments because the paper is so, it's so busy and so pretty. So I want the focus to be on the paper. So I have a friend that likes squirrels, so I make her a lot of squirrel things. So Marsha, if you're watching this, that's going to be for you. So I pulled out the 5 that I like and added some and what I'm going to embellish it with, and then I'm going to fussy cut one, and then one of those cards I'm just going to leave blank. So I've got some glue, and I'm going to glue that squirrel onto the card. Off screen, I'm going to end up gluing a few, like some nuts and some leaves. You'll see it at the end. I added this. I had somebody over hanging my television, and I was kind of working on the cards as she was hanging. So I really like the yellow pop on this card. I don't think it needs a whole lot. I love all the things that are going on there. So that's a piece of pop-up tape. Just want a little bit of dimension. And boop. There we go. I'll end up gluing the bases on to the card fronts. I cut mine out ahead of time so I can just sit down and stamp or glue or whatever. So this is a from a woodcut stamp that I painted or used a marker. It's a little birdhouse, and I'm going to glue the little bird, pop it up on like it's perched onto the birdhouse. I thought that was cool. Again, I love the yellow with the blue. I have a friend that wants some birthday cards, so I'm going to end up making a celebrate, because I can use the celebrate for all different occasions. So in this video, we're just going to decorate the front. I'm not going to paper the inside or add the embellishments or the sentiments. You'll just see the outside. So let's see. I did the mouse house stamp, and I didn't like the coloring, how it came out. That was the little cupcake decorations. So it had little sprinkles that I didn't think popped that well. So I added some glossy accents. And then I'm gonna use some glitter, sprinkle on the glitter to make those to make the cupcake stand out, the little sprinkles, so it'll look like sprinkles. So there it is. Adds a little bit of dimension to it as well. I'm going to have to I set it aside and smash it down a little because it did warp it. That's a very thin piece of paper. So I'm using it's called glitter glue. and this is the best glue. I need to buy some more, some tape, double-sided tape. I'm out. This might be something that would have worked well with the double-sided tape with the warping. So I'm just going to pop that on there. It's getting a little bit busy, so I'm not going to add too much more. No jewels or gems or anything like that. It's pretty with the glitter and all that. I'm smashing it down. I could have waited another day. So I'm using the embossing bag. This is going to remove any oils, and if your paper is wet, to allow for the wax embossing material to adhere to your card before you heat it. So I'm going to grab the Tim Holtz stamping platform and add my Mouse House cupcake with the mouse on it. And I got this on eBay, and it was supposed to be a cling stamp. Unfortunately, they had mounted it, so I have to actually tape the cling stamp to the Tim Holtz. And on my little Tim Holtz door, you can see that I have little masking tape. I don't like to waste it and throw it away, so I just put it in there. There's Versamark ink. So you can see this door comes off, and if you have thick stamps, you can flip it around. You got rubber and acrylic. So I'm going to flip it around to the rubber side because this is a larger stamp. And that says, I believe, celebrate here. So I'm gonna, I double stamp it. My adhesion is running low, so I double stamped it to make sure it got a good, so it sticks well. I need to buy some more. And there's the gold. I like the gold here. I could have used something that stood out more, or I could have popped it out, you know, put it on a piece of black paper. But I'm going to just put it here, and it matches the yellow on the card, or the gold squirrel, I guess. Heat your gun up before you put it on the paper, or it will warp considerably. So heat it, and that's going to heat the celebrate. You can see, oh, that is the bird, not the squirrel. So I use that gold to kind of tie that together. There's my other bird. I believe I use a silver color here, and it stands out a little more. And I have a little bit of silver in the print as well, so I think this really looks nice together. Last little bit up so I can put this stuff away. I'm just heating up my gun a little bit. Oh, this is the white. So I'm using white here. It's over that dark blue bit. And then I've got my gun heating. Going to remove that. And there we go. You can see how it changes color when it's done heating. Let it dry for a second or two, and then it will be permanent. So all I've got to do is just glue that onto the card. If I wanted to, I could add some like yellow jewels. I went ahead and just added a little bit of dewdrops. And when the card's finished, these aren't as noticeable as I would have liked. I could have while this was still wet, sprinkled some of that blue glitter on it, and it would have sparkled blue. It might have gone a little bit better, but I just went with it. I just kept going. So I'm going to start gluing these together. Here we go. These are A2 size cards. So like 5.5 by 4 3/8, I think. And this is in real time, so I'm not speeding this up. So you can see, I've cut out and edited. Between these two videos, I've probably got 4 or 5 hours into the cards, but I have like 4 or 5 other face plates still. And of course, you know, I didn't show you making the cards or cutting out, and I'm not doing the middle of the cards. So on average, I spend about an hour, sometimes 2 per card, and then the cleanup. So these are going to take 2 to 3 days to make each, because you've got the printing that I let it dry overnight, and then I do the front, and then I'll let these dry again, and then I will do the middle of the card, stamp my back, and do the sentiments in the middle. And then I try to make a matching envelope. So between each card, it's a good hour or 2. I try to cut out just anytime I'm walking back and forth or doing, you know, anything little. I cut out a little bit of the video so it's not in 100% real time like a live video. Some of those crafters that do that are just absolutely amazing. I'm just working on making my videos a little bit easier, you know, a little bit clearer. So yeah, I really like the colors on this. The leaves or the hearts, whatever those are, they really could be either. They really do shine. I don't know if it shows. And I like the silver celebrate. And I'm putting a little dot for the eye in that little squirrel. I'm really happy with that card. Here's our final card. I think this is the last card. And I usually try to sand up to get it on there straight. I know some people use a T-square, and I prefer the glue to tape, because I would tape them down and then I'd realize they were all cattywampus and I'd have to pull it apart. Sometimes it would rip my card. But there's the 4 cards. They all say celebrate. I kind of like that one in the middle, the bottom middle. I thought that was kind of cool with it off center, actually. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. And if you haven't hit the subscribe button, please do.